If you print RSA source code on a t-shirt, does that count as smuggling weapons? This isn't a joke. It actually happened. Because at one point, encryption wasn't treated like normal software. It was treated like military technology. You weren't writing code, you were building a weapon. After RSA became the foundation of trust on the early internet, the US government realized something dangerous. If strong encryption spread worldwide, intelligence agencies would lose their ability to intercept communications. So encryption was placed under export control laws, classified alongside missiles and fighter jets. Want to export strong encryption software? You needed a license. Key length too long? Not allowed. You could protect Americans, but you weren't allowed to protect the world. That's how export-grade cryptography was born. Its purpose was simple, a weakened version of encryption for foreign markets. 128-bit security? Cut it down to 40-bit or 56-bit. Officially, it was trade regulation. In reality, it was an intelligence strategy. Let the world encrypt, but never too strongly. This episode is built on one core conflict. National security versus the public's right to privacy. Governments argued, if everyone can encrypt, criminals can encrypt too. Citizens argued, if I can't encrypt, my money, privacy, business secrets, journalists, and whistleblowers are all exposed. So who owns encryption? The state or the people? And here's the irony, the export ban didn't stop strong encryption. It triggered rebellion. Some people literally printed RSA source code on t-shirts, posters, and books, and sold them publicly. Because books are protected as free speech, while software exports were restricted. So code became a political statement. If math can be banned, freedom is already in danger. But the biggest damage wasn't political. It was technical. This war left a permanent scar inside SSL and TLS. Early SSL protocols were forced to support export-grade Cipher suites, weak encryption designed to comply with the law. And once a protocol includes compatibility backdoors, they never truly disappear. Decades later, those weak options were still hiding inside modern systems, becoming perfect targets for attackers. Vulnerabilities like Freak and Logjam exploited this exact weakness, forcing browsers to downgrade into insecure encryption. That's the brutal truth of cybersecurity. Political compromise written into protocols becomes a security disaster years later. So this episode isn't really about RSA. It's about power. Because encryption was never just engineering. It decides whether we live in a world that can be monitored at any time. Or a world where people still have the right to keep secrets. And SSL/TLS was the prelude to that war.